Hello all, this is Vaishnavi. Now, today I am going to show you how to use ROS to implement some awesome robotics. If you are a mechanical engineer, computer science, electronics engineer, students, so who is very interested in this robotics, let's move on and see what is ROS and what you can do at the very beginning. Let's start to explain what is ROS. The ROS is the robot operating system, and it's a set of software libraries and tools that helps you to build the robot applications, and it's completely open source. The ROS can install in the many operating system, but it has the best performance in Linux, and it's only support two platform to Ubuntu and the Debian. Additionally, the main programming languages we are going to use are C++ and Python. In the future tutorial, I am going to teach you guys how to use ROS to finish some project depends on the Ubuntu and the C++. So now you can directly install the Ubuntu or you can use the virtual machine, and I recommended the latter one personally because the virtual machine is like the computer inside the computer, which will not have any influences with the original operating system. It's a separate. So how can we get the virtual machine? The virtual blocks is the most popular one, but I like the virtual machine from the VMware. By the way, we can use the VMware player for Windows or VMware Fusion for the Mac. After you install the VMware, there is another things we need to do because we don't even have the operating system yet. So we need to go to the ubuntu.com and click the desktop, download, and the 16.04, the latest version, and it's standard for long-term support, which means it's very security and stable. Click download it here. Well, instead of play anything, you can hit not now, take me to the download. So let's go ahead and it will start downloading. After we finish our download, we can open our VMware and double click install from the disk images. I just created items. We could directly check the file with the download before and continue, and we have to set up our username, account name, password, confirm password, and then clicked on the continue and then finish. You are all set. So it's easy like this. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys how to install and configure ROS environment. So let's Google it, ROS tutorial, and click on the ROS tutorial, ROS wiki. And see here, move on to first one, like a beginner's level. In that, look at the first option, installing and configure your ROS environment. Clicked on that. Then the first one, install ROS. So installing, configuring around the environment, and clicked on the ROS installation instruction. And here we are going to choose our platform. So there are a lot of things. Ubuntu. Okay. In last tutorial, I already explained you how to use the virtual machine to get to Ubuntu. Now here, clicked on the Ubuntu. Before we install Ubuntu, we have to check our software version because ROS Kinetic only supports Ubuntu 15.10 and Ubuntu 16.4. I'm using the last version 16.4. Now we have to open our terminal. Now this terminal you have to put the left side and your website on the right side. Now see, look, it's look wise also pretty good. Look at in installation 1.2, set up your sources.list file. In that rectangle box there are some URL, so you just copy and paste it in your terminal. Now see here, password for first means it's written sudo password for first. Now second, look at the 1.3, set up your keys, that also URL copy and paste it in your terminal. Then you have to update the sudo, it is in the 1.4 installation, that is just copy sudo apt_get update, copy and paste in your terminal, it will update the sudo. So now above those commands are finished. Now only thing you need to do here is only baseline, the desktop for instant, which means we can get it everything. So just copy for the sudo apt_get install ROS kinetic desktop full, copy and paste it in your terminal. All command we need to use in ROS. Other command just ignoring and just going down. This is the last step, initialize ROS step. So just copy sudo ROS step in it. These things it's useful which help you to build your dependencies. Sudo ROS step in it, just copy and paste into the terminal, and ROS state update. It will take a little bit more time, so just wait for a second. After we initialize the environment setup, so look at the 1.6 environment setup. Same, just copy this link echo source to bash hrc, copy and paste it in your terminal. I think it's nothing respond to here. Then copy the source and bash. Now 1.7 getting ROS installed. This one also same thing, just copy and paste. So now we have already installed our ROS. Back to the previous pages, we have to check our environment is set. So please copy the print env. In is the 2 number managing your environment, that is copy and paste it on your terminal. So now just let's go and jump to the most important thing, this tutorial to create a ROS workspace. Above this line only have the ROS distribution, so don't need to be copy and paste and download anything, okay? So now create our ROS workspace. Take directory and the sources file. The workspace means you can choose any name you want. Just use that name, Catkin Workshop. You can't use any other name. Right? And so let's go to the Catkin WS space and source. So we do this command catkin underline init underline workspace. That command will help us to create our create a new workspace. Well, if in this again we will have the make list in this first file. So let's back to our previous directory, which is our workspace file and the Catkin workshops, and this is only source file here. So we need to do the catkin make is the very useful command, and we can help us build our project in workspace. So we will use this command very frequently when we are doing our project. So use these commands, that's are pretty cool. Okay, everything's now here.